Welcome everybody. My name is Heather Coulis and I am a recovering hair junkie. And this is my story. Right now I'm in the middle of moving and I am doing the kind of moving where you just kind of funnel everything starting at the top right into the garage for the big garage sale. So for several weekends now, I have been garage sailing. It has been so eye-opening for me, and I want to tell you a little bit about some of the conversations that I've been having. What was really interesting is the one lady who said that she has a great hairdresser and thinks her hairdresser doesn't charge too much at all, already has a lot of retail product in her bathroom, as all your clients should. I found myself in situations where they were pouring out their hair woes to me. When I asked them what their hairstylist has recommended for them or why they think that you guys are too much money. They think that you're too expensive for what you're delivering. So, I mean, you really got to kind of rethink that because they think you're charging too much money and we're sitting here thinking we're not making any money. So there's this disconnect. I call those problems. And when I find a problem, I get to solving, because there is always a solution. I went and I started thinking about why is it that people think that you are charging too much money when we both know that you guys are not charging too much money. So this is an example of where perception is everything. In this last month, we have talked a lot about creating a membership. A membership that just sort of, not just for the money that you're going to make on it every single month, but honestly, just to make people feel like they're part of something and that you care at all. If you want to, if you are a salon that is already positioned in the higher price point in your town, if you feel like you are already pushing the limits of what it is that you can charge, or if you're wanting to raise your prices, there's some things that I think that you really need to pay attention to. First of all, if you want to raise your prices or you're doing those types, be searchable and have a web page. You can't not have one anymore. Have a web page so people can find you. You're going to look more professional. If you don't look professional, don't be charging professional prices. You can't be charging $300. You're like, well, I spent 4 hours. Yeah, well, you may have spent 4 hours on her. Maybe my perception is you did that because you didn't know what you were doing. I want your perception to be, I charged you $400 because I'm just all that in a bag of chips. And that's why you should be charging $400. Otherwise, you might be worth all that time, might be $300, maybe we're talking $200. But if you are charging a high ticket dollar, I don't care how long she's been there, you need to be looking like you're a professional, acting like you're a professional, and they will feel fine about paying you $200. How are you going to do that? Well, I was reading an article on things that let the consumer, it was a consumer article, how you'll know you're in a bad salon, that you're in for a bad experience. One of them is you didn't have a website. And a website can create value. People can go and look at it. You can tell people who you are on there. You tell them a little bit about your mission statement. Tell them about your training. Tell them about your salon philosophy. Give them the different price points in the salon. You might have junior stylists, master stylists. Give them some information on there. If you've got tiered pricing system, it's easy then. You can tell your receptionist or yourself to have you been to our website yet? And then direct them to your webpage. And on your webpage, tell a good story. Don't busy it up. Don't be like this and that and the other. And you can have a simple landing page. Less on your webpage is more. You don't need all the things on there. If they want to find your hours, it doesn't need to be like this big. Have your mission statement, have a little bit of your pictures of yourself, keep it simple, but have one. Make sure that you are active on your Google search and that you have a Facebook page to let people find you. If you don't have these things, listen, I'm not talking about getting them for marketing purposes. I'm talking about getting them because if you don't have them, you look like a beginner. And you can't be looking like a beginner. Even those of you who have been in your salons for like a long time, been in your areas for a long time, used to having a full book, you're losing them, aren't you? Come on, aren't you? People are migrating like crazy. Those of you who have been counting on your I get all my people from referrals. Do you now? Like, things are kind of changing. Good for you, but I'm telling you, if you want to run a business with other staff, we're not talking about you personally now. We're talking about your salon, keeping your salon busy no matter what. So that, first of all, if you can't keep your salon busy no matter what, you're never going to get a holiday, because you're always going to be the number one revenue generator in your salon. And that is not what a salon owner, CEO is doing. She's building a life, not a bank account. And I would consider hourly pricing. It's just cleaner, it's simpler, it's easy. I would also consider incorporating your tipping into your price. Even if it does make your price higher, because it's going to, you can then say no tipping. Having stellar service in our salon, that's the first rung in our bar. Be searchable and have reviews. Get reviews. I don't care how you do it. You can just put a little QR code right on your mirrors and get those reviews. People are checking you out. Don't discount. Don't discount ever. I'm not saying never have your stuff on sale. That's different. But having a promotion is a lot different than discounting. And there's, ways you can do it. In fact, one of the things that I'm suggesting, and I'm going to talk about here, is creating a program whereby you can give back 5% of your entire client spend in your membership, of course. They can collect it in their kitty and spend it at your events. They still see that as a 5% discount and appreciation of their business. You can even do, and again, for members, do a 5% rebate, do some gift cards, give them reasons, give the scalp massage. One of the things I saw it on 2 different articles, how to know when you're not in a great salon, is they don't give you a scalp massage. Like, spend some time, take some time, greet them when they come in. They notice that so much. And not just greet them when they come in, offer them coffee, get them all settled, and then make a pact amongst yourself, your teams, that you are going to look after each other and you're going to look after each other's clients. So that when you see one of your coworkers busy, or you see a client sitting there all alone in the styling chair, or go check in. How you doing? Do you need anything? And if it's not like your regular stylist, oh my gosh, they really pick up on that. Talk a lot about how they can feel the vibe of where they go. So have that vibe. Work together. That's what a team is. Everybody going in the same direction, beside each other. And check in when they're done. Do you know, like when they're leaving, tell them what to do with their hair. You gotta retell to these people. I know you hear it. It's part of good service. If you're not recommending it, things that's just better service. It's just true. Don't sell. I don't want you to sell either. I've never sold a thing in my life, ever. Even during consulting, when I'm working with manufacturers and distributors, I never talk about product. I talk about how I can grow you and get you more successful. It's my passion. It's my dream. And I'll tell you, you can turn your salon around with that kind of interaction. It just shows that you know what the heck you're talking about. Anybody want to know how to get $5,000 in an afternoon in retail sales? Raise your hand, because we need to talk about that. I have clients in this very group who tell you and report to you $5,000 days, $10,000 days, $15,000 afternoons. It's totally doable. So you can change your salon around, and not just because of the money from the retail. It's professional. And if you want to be professional, and you want to be treated like professional, and you want to start charging like a professional, you guys have got to start acting professional. You need to think about doing those things. So I'm out of here. I will see you next Monday.